So for the chapter 1, it consists of rationale, theoretical background, statement of the problem, statement of the null hypothesis, significance of the study, scope and delimitation, and definition of terms. For the rationale, the pandemic that we are currently experiencing has a huge impact in education and school systems all over the world. For the theoretical background, this theory can support the researcher's study by statistics. For the statement of the problem, the aim of this study is to determine the students' academic self-efficacy, computer anxiety, and attitude towards the internet of grade 12 students. For the statement of the null hypothesis, at 0.05 level of significance, hypothesis will be tested.
And significance of the studies, our beneficiaries are students, teachers, and future researchers. In student, they would profit from this research because their parents and do affect the children's action, while for the parents it will be benefit for them because they are the one who can manage the children's action or behavior. And for the future researchers, this study can be a basis of another study. This will allow them to affirm their view and confirm facts. For the scope and delimitation, this is where we conclude where did we do the questioning and who are our respondents in our research. And for the definition of term is which that the key or important term in the studies are clearly defined. Our definitions are pressure, task, academic, anxiety, behavior, and students.
So we are in chapter 2 or literature review. This chapter summarizes the literature that is relevant to your research project, bringing out where the gaps in literature are, and how your research helped to fill in one or more of these gaps. Note that literature review is an analytical summary of the past work relevant to your topic. According to the recent study of Pavunmi, 2007, the origins of the student attitude is influenced by the characteristic of the classroom atmosphere or the devotion or acceptance of the role of students. Maluzzi also explained that there is still need to rethink learning, exciting and interactive. The research of Ana Maria Casan, Elena Cocorada, and Kakatalen Luwan findings where the low computer efficacy and predicts the initiative of students. Wilburton in their research also noticed that there is unique level complexity is introduced by the rise enrollment in distance learning programs, leading researcher to look for ways to improve participations the online course setting. The goal of this study was to unravel the relationship between internet initiative and internet identifications, and the explore of the role of internet self-efficacy in student relationship between their initiative and internet identification.
The purpose of our research is to evaluate the relationship between computer anxiety and attitudes of the students. A 40-item, 4-joint Likert scale questionnaire was the instrument used for data collection by me and my group mates. In order to determine the internal accuracy of the products, the Cronbach alpha method was used and the overall reliability coefficient of the instrument was 0.85. In distributing and instructing our questionnaire to the respondents, we used the direct distribution method. The study also explored how certain key factors have played a role in self-efficacy and attitudes of students toward using online learning. A student's confidence about computer skills may affect the willingness to learn about computer skills. The less confident a student feel about computer skills, the more he or she desires to learn about computer technology. The result also showed that there are no significant differences between the male and the female participants concerning computer anxiety, self-efficacy, and the negative attitudes towards the internet. But there are significant differences between participants enrolled at different education levels in the study program.
So this is chapter 3. In this part of the research, researchers will give information about the research design, research locale, research instrument, and the research respondents. Starting from research design. This part of the study utilized quantitative data analysis from what the researchers directly collect original data, surveys, and then analyze it to investigate grade 12 students' computer anxiety, computer self-efficacy, and reported use of and attitudes towards the internet. The research locale of the study was carried out at the University of Cebu main campus, Senior High School Department, located at J. Alcantara, Barangay Sambagono, Alcantara Lane, Cebu City. The research study was implemented inside the premises of the University of Cebu main campus. Next part of the study is the research instrument. The research instrument used by the researchers was a standardized researcher-made questionnaire to gather the needed information of the respondents. The questionnaire was then divided into 3 parts, which is about the profile, academic self-efficacy, computer anxiety, attitudes towards the internet. The final part of this chapter is research respondents. In this portion of the study, suitable sampling method and how are the respondents should be selected are required for the discussion of this study. The researcher's aim for this portion is to survey. That is all for chapter 3.
In our table 1, there are 3 sub-variables in the table. These are contentment, efficiency, and optimism. The, the higher mean in the contentment is to assist my learning in future. And the lowest mean is the word satisfied with the internet. It means that it is the student's emotions and satisfactions with the online learning. And then the efficiency, the higher mean is the e-learning contents are useful. And the lowest mean is to use voice media instructions. It means that the participants are lacking communicational skills and development towards online learning. And lastly, optimism. The highest mean here is the word believing e-learning can assist teacher-learner interaction. And the lowest is I feel confident about using model system. For me, this is the focusing on the teacher in the students' trust towards the teachers.
I am David John Capo and I will present the level of online learning computer self-efficacy on table 2. In this table, there are items for the questionnaire and the highest mean is 2.6154 in the question. I feel computers are necessary tools in both educational and work settings. And the lowest mean is at 1.6154 and the question is I have avoided computers because they are unfamiliar and somewhat intimidating to me. And the weighted mean for table 2 is 2.2. Let us proceed to the next table. In table 3, it shows the correlation of the subpoints of students' attitude and online learning self-efficacy. As shown as the table, there is a significant relationship between the factors. The p-value is 0.005 and the r-value is 386. This concludes that the decision made was rejected.
Chapter 5. This chapter of the research presents in summary the finding and the conclusion, which are based on data gathered by the researchers. Summary of findings. The following study aimed to identify the causes of academic self-efficacy, computer anxiety, and attitude towards the internet of grade 12 senior high school students of University of Cebu main campus who are currently on the first semester of the school. Hypothetically, the question of the statement of the problem is answered by the study. Number 1, what is the level of student attitude in terms of pressure, learning, demographics on grade 12 senior high school of University of Cebu main campus? A total of 2 variables which is specified to be academic self-efficacy and computer anxiety. Number 2, what is the level of online learner and their computer self-efficacy in terms of performance, emotional, behavioral, and cognitive on grade 12 senior high school University of Cebu campus? Number 3, is there any significant relationship between students' attitude and online learning and self-efficacy? Number 4, based on the findings, what action can be proposed? The proposed action plan may be ways to induce student anxiety of academic workload, computer, and internet through a seminar that may implement a solution to help the students cope with the above mentioned anxiety and computer self-efficacy of theirs. That's it.